Okay, theoretically this is Thursday, 11/19. This is our last class. Tomorrow, Friday, we're going to have a final exam review class, 3 to 5 p.m. on Zoom. You'll get an invite from me. And take home number 2, the test number 2, is due today. Since we're online, you get it in by 8 p.m. today. All right, so today we're going to look at the worksheet as we were doing the last time and go over some problems. I think we were doing 13, which was a deferred annuity. And we're only going to look at deferred ordinary annuities. So it says, suppose that an annuity at 6%. So we start to write down what we know. Compounded semi-annually. For 5 years. With the first payment deferred for 10 years. So the payment period, which we call TN, is 5 years. And the deferment, TK, deferred period, is 10 years.
I think there's only one F in deferred.
Do they even know that? I spelled the whole thing wrong anyway. Jeez.
This isn't an English class.
Okay. Deferred period equals 10 years. Make sure you spell it right in the exam or you lose points. Okay. So, now we have the deferment equation. The defer formula. This is only present value. So it's going to be A and K. And that's going to be equal to R. Okay, 1 minus 1 plus R over M raised to the minus N times 1 plus R over M raised to the minus K. And the whole thing is divided by R over M. Notice these are multiplied. All right, so we have to figure out N and K, and it says here, find the number of payment periods. So N is the number of payment periods. That's MTN. So, we compound twice a year, and TN is 5. So we have 10 payment periods. So that's our N. Now K is our deferment period. It's MTK. M is the same, and K is 10. TK is 10, and that's 20. So now we have everything that we need for this formula. So they said find the interest rate per period. This is A. B, the interest rate is always R, and that's the percentage over 100. So here, I'll just do it at once. It's 6 over 100. So R equals 0.06. All right. So let's plug this into the formula. Now it's just plugging. So A and K, I did part of this yesterday. I realized that, but I'm doing the finishing up today. So what is R? Let's see what they tell me R is. It's $5,000. 1 minus 1 plus R over M, 0.06 over 2 minus N, 10. 1 plus 0.06 over 2 minus k, 20, divided by 0.06 over 2. What am I sitting on? Sitting on my eraser. I'm going to get my calculator here, although I really don't think I need it. I forgot where I was now. Okay, here we are. All right, so the first payment compound, find the number of payment periods, find the present value of the annuity. That's the present value. So this is 5,000. 1 minus 1.03 to the minus 10. 1.03 to the minus 20 divided by 0.03 equals 5,000. 1 minus. Okay, let's take these things. 1.03 to the minus 10 raised to the minus 10, and that is going to be this calculator has something where it puts answer first for some reason. I don't know why.
ANS is the previous calculation.
Yeah, 0.744, and unless you get it off there, you get a wrong answer.
Yeah, because it's using the result of the
I
previous
know it is.
Yeah.
Okay, 0.554 divided by 0.03. Okay, so 1 minus 0.744 equals 0.256. 0.554 over 0.03. I'm doing it like this because I haven't solved this. 0.256. All right, so it's 0.256 times 0.554, 0.149, divided by 0.03. All right, let me check that one again. 0.256 times 0.554. It's always good to double check these things. 1.41, not 9. Okay. Actually, it's 2 because I'm rounding it off. Okay. So that equals 5,000 times 4.7. $23,637. That's your put down $23,637. And how much does he earn? So let's look out. This is an annuity, deferred annuity. So he puts down $23,637. And what is his payback? Well, it's going to be RM. Now, what is his payback? He starts to pay during the 10 years, right? So this is TN. So he pays 5,000 times 2 times 10, right? That's
Wait, doesn't he just put 5,000 down only in the beginning, and then it's deferred for 10 years?
No, he doesn't put 5,000 down. He puts. Wait. What did he put down? We'll pay 5,000 at the end of each 6-month period for 5 years, with the first payment deferred for 10 years.
Oh, yeah, I got it. Okay. It's paying out. It's designed to pay out that
Yes.
much. I got you.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So he pays $5,000 in his account twice a month for 10 years, right?
No, I thought you said he receives 5,000.
He receives $5,000. That's what I meant.
Twice a year.
Twice a month for 10 years. That's what it says here.
Twice a year for 10 years. Yeah.
It's designed here. We'll pay $5,000 to him each of 6 months for 5 years.
The deferment period was
The
10.
deferment period was 10.
The
So this is
payout's
5.
Right.
So this is 50,000.
So there's 10 installments, right, of $5,000 each.
So what's his net? What is his earnings?
So you put in 23 and you got out 50.
Right.
Gotcha.
So it's 50,000 minus 23. This tells us what he initially put in. This is his present value at time 0.
And it sat there for 10 years.
And it sat there for 10 years before they started to pay him back.
Right.
So 50,000 minus 23,637. So he made 26,626. 363.
Right.
So those were his earnings over the 10 years that he put his money in. Okay,
Actually,
notice the first 10 years he did nothing.
Those are the earnings over 15 years, actually, right? Because that's how much you got.
Those are the earnings over 15 years, but he only got those earnings over 10 years. His payment period.
Right, but it was accruing interest for the full 15 years while it was deferred and while it was paying out. Right, because that's what these terms up here are. Right?
Yeah. All right. And everything fine, because that came into play here.
Right.
Okay. So, basically, he went for 10 years, and R was 0, and then he went for 5 years, and R was 5,000. Okay? And he came out with 50,000. He gained 26,363. That's all they want.
Beautiful.
All right, let's go on to the next one.
We're at the 13-minute mark. Should we just?
This is number at the 13-minute mark already. Well, I could write down the problem.
Okay.
Let's write down the problem before we end here. I didn't mean to spend so much time on one problem. So we did that one already. Number 15. Well, okay. Let's stop here. We're almost at 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'll put down what's given here.
All right, and then we'll come back.